This was a nice survey in which they went out to the population and asked various groups of men and women issues or questions that were relevant to their health. And we're focusing here on the women that they asked. They asked women in groups aged from 30 through 54 and then 55 through 70. This is a big chunk of our population, and importantly, this is a big chunk of the people who are making the decisions not just about their own health, but about the health of their families, and perhaps choosing foods for a family. And so a lot of the decisions that they make day in, day out affect their health and the health of their families in general. It was fascinating to me because when you ask these women, how do you feel about your health, or how healthy do you think you are? Most of them, in fact 4 out of 5 of them said, well, you know, my health is good or better, good, very good, or excellent. But then when we started to dig into it a little bit and ask them about important health risks, like are you under stress, the majority of the women said that they had high stress levels or moderate stress levels. And then a significant number of the women said they had other health risks, like they were gaining weight. More than half the women said that they were gaining weight somewhat or a lot. And then when we asked about exercise, which is one of those things that people can do to kind of immunize themselves against stress or illness, a quarter of the women said they didn't exercise at all. And what's kind of interesting about that is that when you talk to the women, they know that exercise is important. They know a lot of the things that they need to do, but as it turns out, in the midst of their busy lives and they're coordinating the health and well-being of their families, they often don't take the time out to take care of themselves. Yeah, I think this is probably one of the most important, if not the most important messages that we can get across to people, which is that just because you can't start the perfect program or start the perfect exercise program 3 times a week, 20 minutes of vigorous physical activity or whatever it may be, doesn't mean that you can't make progress. And in fact, the majority of the people are successful because they start small and build to a better program. So if there's any take-home for busy women and busy people in general in terms of improving their health, it's to bite off little pieces. Okay, I'm going to take a 10-minute walk 4 days this week. That's a place to start. Maybe it's only going to turn out to be only 5 minutes, or maybe it's 3 days of the week. But again, start there and build on that.